Hello and welcome to this video, which is episode 13 of my level 1 playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 1. And there's a bit of superstition that the number 13 is an unlucky number, but during the recording of this I was unlucky, or not unlucky, I was just stupid. I had been recording some footage for some other videos, and for those videos I only needed the gameplay sequences, so I had turned off my microphone and I forgot to turn it on when I streamed, and so I recorded 2 hours and 40 something minutes with no sound whatsoever. So I thought, why not make a little summary here? So that's what we're going to do. So the first thing, if you remember, we left off at Uki's Manor. We tried to fight it 1 or 2 times, and we quickly got dispatched. So we decided to stop the stream there last time, and so now we had to make our way to Uki's Manor again. And we had to go through the hill thing with a shit ton of enemies, and that took so long. I ran around that place so long, and I was almost giving up. But then I found out that if you just stayed in a corner, it was so much easier to kill the remaining enemies. So when I finally found out that, it was quick to get to Uki's Manor. But when I finally got to Uki's Manor, I realized that I still needed some potions. I hadn't completely restocked my potions, and in Uki's Manor and the place right before, I couldn't restock my potions because I immediately got thrown into a battle, and I really didn't want to fight any enemies. So I thought maybe if I take like this little road, I can get to a place where I can quickly restock my potions. That didn't happen. I got thrown back into the town, and that sucked. So I restocked my potions, and then I had to fight my way back to Uki's Manor. But with the little staying in the corner trick, it wasn't that painful actually. When I finally arrived after 20 minutes of the stream, just getting to Uki's Manor, I of course had to employ the tactics I told about last time. With Uki's Manor, to defeat Uki's Manor, you have all these orbs scattered around him that you have to platform to and then destroy them. And when all of them are destroyed, you can take. Then Uki's Manor is taken down. And the problem is that I think there are 7 or something orbs, but when you defeat 3 orbs, on the remaining orbs there will be gargoyles just flying around, and they spawn, as far as I know, they spawn all the time. So if you defeat them, they come again. So what we did was count how many combos it took to defeat 1 orb, and then went around to all the orbs and did a few less combos. So we only needed to do 2 or 3 combos to defeat the orbs. And when we had got all of them down in HP, we just took them from the top and then working our way down. At least that was the plan. Of course, it didn't work out quite that way, and we did get bothered quite a bit by all the gargoyles flying around. And every time I got hit by a gargoyle, I just jumped down, because we get so far ahead when we're falling, so we have a bit of time on the ground before the gargoyles actually make their way to us. So that's what we did. And eventually we defeated Uki's Manor. Only took about like 15 minutes into the stream. So about half an hour it took to defeat Uki's Manor, which is not that bad. It's quite a tedious fight, but it isn't that hard. After defeating Uki's Manor, we were of course done with the world, and we decided we wanted to go to Neverland. So we flew to Netherland and of course saw the cutscene there with Riku being a total douche as always in this game. And then we had to make our way to the captain's quarters. At least eventually, but we had a bit of trouble finding out where to go. I always am completely confused by the layout of this map, but of this world. But eventually we made it, and we had to fight Anti-Sora. And boy, did I have problem with that fight. So basically, it's just Sora that he does like 3 things. He does a combo, which is basically just Sora's normal combo, and if you hit him right at the end of that combo, you can actually do damage to him. So that's the first of his attacks. The second is he kind of splits up into 3, and then you have to find him, the actual him, not his 2 clones. And that's the second of his attacks. So if you manage to do some decent damage to him, so he gets a bit far down in health, he starts doing this third attack where he goes into the ground, and then suddenly he just lunges up at you. And this, I had so much trouble predicting where he lunged up because the camera is so bad. We are in this little room and you have to kind of navigate the camera, and I couldn't make it work, and I couldn't really predict where he went up. So this fight took a lot of time. But I found out that if we just did like the part centipede, took it slow and steady, just made sure not to take any risks at all, it worked out. It took some time, but it did work out finally. So when that guy was defeated, we have to fight Captain Hook. And so that fight starts with him summoning some pirates that you have to defeat and some other Heartless. And when those are defeated, you have you actually have to fight him himself. And so we could actually room save if we defeated those, what are they called? Those Heartless you start by summoning. So when we actually get to his fight, we just leave into his own quarters and then go out to fight him. And when you actually fight him, he has his own little Heartless just flying around him. This ship kind of thing. And if you defeat that ship, he will spawn another. And so what I did was I spent a lot of time trying to take that ship down, and then when it was down, I had a bit of time where I could just focus solely on him and try to take him down. But I spent like 50 minutes just doing this tactic, and then I found out that the ship could actually heal him, and when I had kind of flown away to regain my health, it had healed Captain Hook meanwhile. So that was just like 50 minutes of wasted potential time I could have killed him in. And after that, I of course had to change my tactics, and I did. But then I realized that I hadn't had audio, my microphone turned on, and so it hadn't recorded any of my voice. So I decided, okay, then I'll just stop the stream here. And that's why I'm making this. So yeah, I guess that's a bit of a summary for what happened. and I will see you in the next video. That hopefully this next video will not be a summary, because I will have enabled my microphone. But yeah, I will see you. Bye.